Well, let's talk about an interesting strategy report that has come in from none other than Morgan Stanley. It's Ridham Desai. Now, when we talk about his report, he's of late been writing about the rally getting broader, how he expect the easy run of the bull run or the easier part of the bull run actually behind, and now volatility increasing. So what he says is that close to about majority part of the bull run, which actually is easy, is now behind, and now he expects volatility in the markets to go up, which means the rally would essentially get broader, but at the same time, stock selection, stock specific identification of stocks and sectors actually become very, very important. They continue to maintain that this is a bull run. The bull run will continue along with the global markets, and it will be a reform-led growth. So a lot of reforms that happened, you recently had a stimulus, all of that put together will tend to increase the way going ahead. So they have made some changes in their portfolio. There are certain strategies which they are following. For example, they would like to play the reform story by industrial. So that is one thing which they particularly like. There is also some value names that they particularly like. So they would like to play the value, the defensive, the growth, as well as the reform space. So these are 3 or 4 different sort of spaces that they are talking about. Overall, on their portfolio basis, they continue to be very, very bullish as far as cyclicals go, specifically domestic cyclicals. That is what something which they have highlighted earlier as well. One interesting thing that Ridham Desai also mentions, which he has mentioned earlier, is that the rally in Nifty will now get broader, which means the mid and the small cap side of the market, SMID, what they call actually at the Morgan Stanley area, is something which they believe will actually tend to do well. So across sectors, across stocks, you would tend to see more and more broader participation coming in. Now, for realigning or readjusting their portfolio, they have made certain changes. So at Morgan Stanley, they have their focus list, which is a part of their overweight names, and across sectors, across the themes that they like, that is what they suggest their clients to go overweight on. So there are about 10-12 stocks within that focus list, and 4 of them have actually changed, and some of them actually are recent upgrades also coming in from Morgan Stanley. So 4 names that actually make their way inside that particular focus list, focus buy list particularly, are the likes of Asian Paints, HDFC Limited, Power Grid Limited. All of these 3 names actually come into this particular focus list. There are also 1 or 2 more names, so total changes have been about 4 to 5. In terms of deletion or what they actually replace it with, so BPCL is one name that actually makes its way out of that focus list. Also ICICI Prudential, Shriram Transport Finance. These are a couple of names along with the earlier names that have made their way out. So it's a focus list, it's a buy focus list that they have, which we are talking about. Asian Paints recently upgraded at Morgan Stanley. HDFC Limited, again, after the numbers, has been doing particularly well. And then, of course, it is also followed by Power Grid, which, of course, is a government-owned enterprise. So these are some of the changes of portfolio realignment that they have suggested their clients that they would like to do on the basis of the next round of bull run, which they expect to continue.